Welcome back to Edgewater, Saskatchewan for episode 5 with me, MrSealyp. We're back, ladies and gentlemen. It's a little bit later in the day today. We're into October here on Edgewater, Saskatchewan, and I'm in trouble. There's no contracts. Nothing at all. I'm having a bit of a drive round. I'm racking my brains here. Trying to think of how I can diversify, how I can make some money. There's not forestry in the traditional sense of forestry, but there are trees I could cut down and take to the sawmill to earn a bit of money. Bearing in mind we've got October, November, December, January, February. Unless anything pops up, I'm just honestly, look, no contracts. If we go up to here, I mean, yeah, there's nothing really, unless any other harvest jobs come up, which I don't think they're going to, unless any fertilising, weeding, sowing contracts come up, but nothing has popped up at all. It's a little bit like it was on Griffin, and I'm a little bit concerned. I'm going to pop in and have a chat to Brenda, see if she's got any ideas. I was looking, actually there's a grass field not far from here, about maybe the two cultivating jobs that I started at the end of the last episode I've done. So whether or not, if I buy a grass field, could I bale it? I'd have to lease some equipment, unless I could buy some. Actually, we're into October. I suppose the best thing to do will be also to check what's available under used vehicles. Nothing worth having. Either that or I just button down the hatches and I just hibernate until something appears. And no, I need to earn some money. I've got to. Logging is one idea. That's one thing I could do. Bales, I could do some bales. Thank you. Loads of people have messaged me and commented and sent ideas and said, what about trying this and trying that? The problem is, I'm in that same situation. A lot of the ideas people send me is, you should do this or you could do that. And they'll give me a list of things to do using equipment, machinery, productions and stuff that I don't own. I don't have the money to buy them either at the moment. I could take out a bank loan. I could definitely do that. All different things have been suggested, and they're great ideas if I had unlimited funds, which at the moment I don't. So I've got to do what I can do within the parameters of the money I've got. Time of year, seasons, man. Okay, so let's go and talk to Brenda, see what Brenda's got to say. Always an absolute pleasure talking to Brenda. What a lovely woman. Right, couple of ideas. She suggested baling as well, and forestry, which we've talked about. It's what generally they'll do bits and bobs of during the winter months. It's hard, it's treacherous to do, but she has suggested something which is going to require me going to have a look at something that I'm fully aware I made a bit of a gaffe on the other day. I've been thinking about production chains that I could potentially invest in that could earn me some money. You know, I thought, well, yeah, I could do that, but the problem is all the production chains, or the standard general production chains, require inputs of which I don't have. I mean, to be fair, I've got a bit of wheat, but to invest or buy a grain mill, it's going to take up a ton of my money. We could have a look at, there are quite a few different options available out there for cheaper alternatives that we could look at. But that's fairly finite because I've only got a little bit of wheat, but it might be enough. I'm just thinking, I mean, to be fair, I have got some work to do in that I've got weeds growing in my other fields now, so I'm going to grab I'm going to try with the mulcher again. The mulcher seemed to get rid of the weeds no problem at all, but I do need to plough at least one of my fields, if not two. So what I was going to do at some point, I'm going to grab the plough, I've got stones in one field. I'm going to need to lease a rock picker, so at least in this episode I'm going to need to plough a couple of my fields, do a bit of rock picking. I'm not going to plant anything just yet, but this is the suggestion, and we'll go around and we'll have a look. I don't know if it's a viable business model or business plan, but we'll see. So when I picked up the fertiliser spreader that was over here, which I'm having money deducted, I did that in the last episode, so I'm kind of leasing it from whoever it belongs to. I tried to fill up from here. This is for liquid fertiliser and herbicide, so it's hardly any surprise that my fertiliser spreader I couldn't fill up from here, because that's not what it was for. Fertiliser and lime is purchased from here, but this building here, this is crop inputs, and this is required, but there's no buy point for this here. So I could, that one was 10 grand, wasn't it? I could purchase that as a production facility. Now this is where I'm concerned about it being a viable option. So that's one option, but the other option is the seed production, which is over here. Now the seed production, as I said, there's a forklift truck here, so if I buy the seed production, I get a forklift truck in with the deal, which is kind of a bit of a bonus really, and I can get this to produce, I don't know if it's pallets or bags, I can't remember now. But the problem with this is, if I recall correctly, and from talking to Brenda, the production costs are very high. Because, as I was just saying, unlike most productions where you've got to provide something, you've got to bring your product to it, and then you can produce something else from it, this one, the production costs are high because basically it's a factory. They buy in all the stuff they need, produce the seed, and you get the seed out the other end. So production costs are higher per month, but I wouldn't need to necessarily run it for a month. So, oh man, this could be a really silly thing to do. This is a test, if anything, to see whether this is viable. Brenda has said, because she runs a farm produce shop, and like I said, she knows a lot of the farmers locally, that I can sell any seed I produce from here through her. I'm going to have to pay for the production, the sell process through her, but we can do that. Do I do this? It's 20 grand. I'm doing it. Yeah, production cost per month 336,000. Oh, it's producing seed already. Whoa, hang on. So, like I say, I don't need to bring any inputs to this. That's the beauty of it. It's all done by whoever's managing the company for me now, because I now own it. I don't need a huge amount for the test, I guess. What I've got to do, I think it charges you every hour for how many seeds you produce. But then my concern is the monthly cost. When we go over into the next month, how much is it going to charge me? It's only going to charge me surely for what I've produced. It's not going to charge me 336,000 a month regardless. Oh God, I hope it doesn't. Watch MrSealyp go bankrupt in 1 month. Okay, I'm going to leave that to run while I'm going and do the rest of my jobs. It's on storing. So pallets or bags will appear. Is it along here? I think it's along here. Well, I can either use the forklift. Yeah, I'll do it a bit more realistically. We'll use the forklift to lift the bags and pallets up, and we'll put them into my trailer when we've got some, and then we'll take them over to Brenda and sell them through Brenda. So what I've got to hope is, for this to be viable, that the seed I'm producing, what I sell it for, earns me more money than it's costing me to produce. I mean, that's business. That's a sound business model. If you're running a business where what you're selling your product for is less than what you're paying to have it produced, you're not going to make any money. Oh, now I'm really panicking. That's a bit of a worry. Okay, well, all I can do is fingers crossed. I might still do a bit of forestry. Like I say, I'm really hoping some contracts will pop up, because that's my bread and butter. And because we're doing seasons as well, I'm not in a position where I can plant anything. I guess I could do. Oh, mind you, will it grow through the? Sorry. I was just thinking, having some thinking time. The other thing I was thinking about is getting another tractor. I tell you one I did have my eye on, but again it's another one. It's not a big one. It's not articulated, but it does only have a rear hitch, not a front 3-point on it. But that's not the end of the world. I won't spoil the surprise on that. Right. So, oh, that's scary, man. That's real scary. Yeah, we're out of planting season. Grass we could. So I guess what I could do, if I was going to do some baling, because I can harvest it anytime, is it worth me planting grass in all 3 of my fields, get them ploughed, get the stones out, plant grass, and then I could make hay bales to sell? Potentially. Yep, maybe that's what we're going to do. I think that may be my option. Right, first thing I want to do though, let's get the first field ploughed. The second field doesn't need ploughing, but it's going to need weeding now. You'll see when we get over there's weeds growing. I'm just hoping that large weeds now, so I'm hoping my mulcher will deal with them. We will find out. And then, as I don't want to lose track of time, because I honestly don't know how fast. Actually, we can check that, can't we? What's our production speed? Cycles per month for seed? 24. Okay, so that's not. Yeah, look. But this one needs ploughing, so I'm ploughing this, but that will bring up. Does that bring up more weeds? Oh, ugh, weeds. That's what I mean. All these fields, look, all these fields with all these weeds in. I should have weeding contracts coming up my ears. Oh, I took the fence out, by the way. I forgot to say that. I removed the fence. What's happening? This is a plough. Why is that not ploughing? Hang on a minute. That is. Oh, maybe it is. Yeah, weeds. Bleh. Got rid of the ones in that one. So both of these are going to need doing. This one needs ploughing, that one doesn't. So that one I should just be able to mulch, I think. Well, it's showing that it's ploughing here. Okay, I'll take it. I haven't got a lot of choice really. Yeah, so I think if I get myself a little, it doesn't have to be little, this got 600 horsepower, it could be any size I want, but the fields aren't that big, so it would be a bit crazy going too big. But I'm going to need to remove the stones, because there will be a few. So I'll get a rock picker, we'll get that done. Oh man, I'm really panicking. I've done the wrong thing here. That'll be alright. What's the worst that could happen? I go bankrupt. If I go bankrupt, I'll just hide away in my little silo house, let the winter go by, and then we'll just hit contracts like an absolute lunatic. Assuming, of course, we get any more. We should do. So, I know it's more ploughing and more mulching, but well, I will go into the rock picking. I've got a couple of options on the rock picker again. There's the standard one and there's a slightly wider one. There's the little forgot the name of them. But I think I want to get them done because I've got the horsepower. I might as well go for the largest, quickest rock picking solution possible. I'm not going to get a huge amount of rocks. They're not massive fields. That's good actually. Is there a debris crusher anywhere where I can take rocks too? I don't know. Let's go across to growth. Crop types. I can't remember, you know. Is there a debris? Oh yes, there is. Up here in the town. Is it there? There is. I meant to show this in the last one. That all of this is owned by the county. You can see mine's green. This is what I own. This is all county owned. So county roads, the land here, it's all county owned. So yeah, we'll see. I wonder if it's because I can't raise and lower that any more than it already is. I don't think I can. Well, it's doing the job, rightly or wrongly. So, I'll see you when this is done. I'll get the mulching done and I'll grab a rock picker. And we'll see. And then by the time that's all done, we'll whiz back over to the seed thing, see what's there. I mean, I might only get a couple of bags, I honestly don't know, but like I say, on the hour I think it will charge me for how many bags that have been produced, and that's fine. I'll go and sell the bags I've got. I need to talk to Brenda about that because it was an idea and now I've kind of done it. I really should tell her that I've done it. Yes please, I would like to sell stuff through your business. That would be marvellous. So what I'll do is I'll move her some money. Ploughing on field 21 is complete, so I thought I'm over this way anyway. Top right hand corner, I have sent £1,000 over to Brenda for sell point for seed. So I thought let's check, let's see what we're looking at. No. No! What the? No. Whoa. Hang on a minute, how long was I gone? I bought this 10 o'clock, just after 10 o'clock. I'm going to have to do the... Oh man, what am I going to be charged? Look at it all. They are real, aren't they? Oh blimey, they are as well. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20. So where that says storing, oh man, so that does 20,000 anyway. The recipe is 0, 20,000. I didn't even look at the recipe. I was looking at the cycles and the production costs. So everything over and above that is where it's saying storing. So I've got 20,000 sat here and another 2,208 litres stored. Oh, this will bankrupt me. This will absolutely... Okay. I'd have turned it off, haven't I? Yeah, right. I'm going to get the mulching done and the rock picking, and then I'll load up my trailer. I'll bring my trailer down, I'll load up my trailer, and then we'll take that over to Brenda's. I'm only going to know on the hour what it's charged me, and then potentially I won't even know whether that's correct until we go into October 2. And I'll... okay. What have I done? What have I done? Okay. I'll go and grab my tractor, and then we'll go and get the mulcher. Actually, while I'm here, I might as well whiz in and grab the rock picker. Ooh. I can pull it with this, but we'll at least sort it out. I think I've got the larger one. I think I've got the larger one installed. We're about to find out as well, aren't we? This could be an absolute disaster. Stone pickers. Yes, we've got that one. So we've got that one there at 5.5 metres, or that at 9.5. The Dagelman, that was the word I was trying to think of, the Dagelmans. How much is that to lease? 3,264. Yes, we will lease that. My voice is going. I'm getting all croaky. Panic has set in. Oh, it looks big behind the landway, huh? If I take that to the field, at least when I come back. Has it got suddenly very dark? It's got clouds over a little bit. And they've got rain coming as well. No. Mulching done on field 15. To be fair, mulching to get rid of weeds obviously only works when you've got a field that you haven't done anything with. You can't use a mulcher to clear your weeds when you've got a crop in it, because obviously it would mulch into the ground. That doesn't really work. Right, let's see. So this should now, removing the stones, show the... Oh no, it puts it back to cultivated. Okay, that's a nice seed bed actually. Let's get the stones off this one, and then 50... When I say 56, 50... 52. Oh, it's that thing again, is it? Look, field 52, but plot 55. Yeah, the stones off of that one there. That's the other thing as well, weeding. But think about doing rock picking. If you had rock picking contracts on all these, you could earn an absolute fortune. I don't know why I'm so chipper. I'm still panicking massively. I need to have a look at the seeder option. If I'm going to put grass in these, I'm just wondering whether or not I'll be able to get onto that today. I might do. Even just get one of the fields done, get some seeds in the ground, and then I can look at my fertilising lime might be a bit of a problem. I suppose I could buy some pallets of lime, or get some lime from that the facility that's there. That's the one of the three you can't actually buy, which is interesting. Another thing I thought people might wonder, why did I choose, did I say it already, why did I choose to buy the seed production, which was 20 grand, as opposed to the lime and fertiliser, the liquid fertiliser production, which was 10 grand over there? Simply because I haven't got a tank or anything at the moment. If I put in liquid fertiliser or herbicide in, which I would have to buy if I was going to transport any of it, if I was going to sell it, simply because the other one, the seed one, whilst it was more money, I suppose, yeah, the tank would have been less than 10 grand. Yeah, I could have done. There's a forklift there as well, so it just, in my head, kind of made sense. Now I'm thinking about it, yeah, I could have spent 10 grand on the production and then 10 grand get myself a little tank that I could probably put the liquid fertiliser or herbicide in. Yeah, I guess. That was my reasoning initially, was because it was bags, or I thought it was pallets in all honesty, because there was a forklift there, but as it's turned out it's bags. And that's easier to move around. I've already got a trailer, so if I lift the bags up, or I can just bring the trailer alongside and refill directly from the bags if I wanted to. It depends if I want to go down a more realistic option, which I might well do with the forklift. The forklift, like the fertiliser spreader, was already there. I haven't purchased that, so that's I'm kind of taking that's part and parcel of buying the seed facility that it's there to use. I can't sell it, I can't do anything with it other than use it, you know what I mean? I can't sell it or customise it or anything like that. Dog's on form today. Every little movement in the front room, he's on it. I don't know what we'll get off. Oh, actually, I'm going to need to get my trailer on. I was going to bring the trailer down and take it straight over to the seed production, but I'm going to need to unload the stones, aren't I? I'm also going to need, that was the other thing I hadn't thought of, which now I am. I'm going to need a telehandler or a skid steer loader or a wheel loader or a tractor with a front loader. Actually, that might not be a bad idea. That might be a bit more cost effective. As I said in that early episode, I really want to get that case. That one, the goat, I really want that. And that's a tractor, wheel loader, everything all in one. It's absolutely awesome. But that's going to be a bit further down the line. But I'm going to need something for moving stuff around, especially if I do any bales, which hopefully I'm going to. Thinking about that as well. If I can lease a bale wrapper, I'm thinking straight away I'll do grass bales and sell the grass bales. Most profitable is going to be to sell silage bales, so it would make sense if I grass all three fields, that when they're ready to be done, I silage them. It'll take a little while for that to ferment, but selling those would be more profitable than doing hay bales. So I think that might not be a bad option. It just means I can use my fields now rather than waiting through into when I can plant again any other crops. It means I can use them leading up to the winter months. I probably could still get away with cutting grass and stuff when there's snow on the ground. I wouldn't, because it's not right, you know, it doesn't, you wouldn't normally be able to, but it will give me something I can absolutely utilise as a crop moving forward. So yeah, we'll do that. And then next season, hopefully, wherever crops pop up, I want to start keeping back crop types from leftover contracts for pig food. I have gone down the route before of just buying the pig food, selling the crops, buying the pig food, which again I could do, but I think this time I want to try and produce the requisite component parts to either get a pig food machine and produce it, because there are a few about, or just feed the pigs the crops, whichever. Just haven't done pigs for a little while, so that's what I want to do. I will carry on with this. Once I've got a full load, yeah, I need to bring my Parker gravity trailer over, and then once I've done the other field as well, we'll take that to debris crusher. It won't give me much money, but it will give me a little bit. And then we're at 10:45 now, so at 11 o'clock we'll probably get clobbered for all those seed bags. At least it'll give me an idea of at least the hourly clobbering. And then as we go into the October 2, we'll find out if we get hammered again. That was terrible. Hopefully not. Hopefully not. I sound out. I just listen to myself thinking I sound really fed up and down. I'm just really worried, but we'll be all right. I can always sell a kidney or something. We are edging ever closer to 11 o'clock. First field is done of stones. I'm going to move on to this next one. I've decided I'm not going to sell the stones. That would be mad. I've done one full unload already. That's in the trailer with the Land Rover. I'll bring that over. I'm going to produce my own lime. It makes sense. I'm going to need it, so why not? There's the one I've used a lot before, but I'm going to have a look and see what's available. And yeah, get myself a rock crusher lime making option of some description. That's the plan. So yeah, we'll see what happens there as well. What do I want to do here? Big enough. Do that a little bit in just a moment. If it's a 1-to-1, that would probably be all right. Maybe if I'd got one that when you add water, it might give. I can't remember honestly what's available. I know the one that I often use is definitely there. I've used it before on very different Let's Plays, and it works. Oh, I've got some more weeds there. I missed those. Let's come back and honk those with the mulcher. Yeah, there's a few little bits. I can see them now, just on the edge. I missed weeds, so I'll grab those. Yeah, I'll do that. Why not? Well, I've got my farm area here. This little bit gets me. This little washout between the two bits of field. So I have to landscape across that, or whether I could use that to put something on. If I put something on that, I'm going to need a little track or something to get to it. 10:59. Oh dear. So this is crunch time. This is going to be either it's not going to go down as much as I think, and this could well be a viable business model in that, like I say, I'm not going to know until we go into the next month in all honesty, but it will give me an indication, or it will go down so much that yeah, it will absolutely crucify me, because at the moment we've got 22,000 litres of seed sitting there. I mean, even if it takes 22 grand off me, as long as I can sell it for more than that, I can make a bit of a profit. That's fine. That's a good business model. It doesn't have to be a massive profit, but I can make a bit of profit. Just watch that. Look at the top corner. Huh? I can't be right. What was on 101,300? I can't have 22,000 litres of seed sitting there, and it didn't even take 1,000. That can't be right. So I thought I'd be happier. Okay, I would have been happier if it had taken like 25 grand off me. So whilst that is good in the interim, that if I sell all of that, I'll make a nice bit of profit. And when I say a nice bit of profit, a massive amount of profit. But then when we go into October 2, am I going to get absolutely clobbered? At 336,000 operating costs per month. And I only had it running for about 15 minutes, I think. Oh well, we'll see. Okay, well at least as it stands, if you haven't used it yet, bear with me on this, because that will be probably the next episode. We'll go into October 2. I won't go into October 2 yet, because I've got more jobs. I want to get the grass seed put into these fields today, so I've got plenty of growth time. So I want to get these jobs done first. I'll take that seed and sell it. Then I need to look at a seeder. What options are available? If there's anything I want to pick, I guess. It's just how much I want to pay. I don't want to pay through the nose for it. And I don't want to run that seed production any longer. I don't want to jump the gun now and think that's fantastic, I can make a fortune, and then keep it running and then get absolutely hammered. So yeah, we'll see. Oh, it's more, yeah. Both fields are done, stones are cleared. I'll unload into the trailer. You know what, I've decided I'm going to go for Old Faithful, the one that I've used before. I've kind of had a look through the lime producing, stone crushing brochure, and really the one by Flusty94, produced and supplied by, it's about the best option. I'm sure it's a 1:4 ratio. I'm going to stick it here behind the trees, I think. Just as we come around, put it in here, then it's not too in the way. I'm also thinking further ahead, once I've got a bit more money built up, what I might start doing is kind of field flipping, but not field flipping in the sense of taking crops, about clearing stones, providing a service for local farmers. Like I said, when you look at the map and you look at the sort of yeah, look at the stones on a lot of these fields, getting access to the field, going out, clearing all the rock off of it, and then giving ownership back to the farmer, you know, just getting access from them to clear the stones for them. Because why not? It would work. If they're not coming up as contracts, it might not be a bad way of doing it, but I haven't got the money unless I borrow it from the bank or from the county. Maybe I'll give the money back. I'm just thinking it might be another way of earning a bit of extra money. I can produce lime, then any extra I could sell again, potentially. So yeah, it's an idea. It's just another one just to throw out there as potential. So let's put it in, and there it is. Although I thought I read it as 15 grand when I was looking in the brochure, and so I didn't even look. I thought, well, I'm placing it, I'll put it down. It was 25. So yeah, a little bit more than I was intending. Never mind. Can't do a lot about that now. Once this is empty, then I can head down and we can sort out this seed situation. We should make a bit of money back doing that. I'm going to need water though, which means I'm going to need a tank as well. Whoa! That didn't want to slow down, did it? Okay, well I'll get a tanker. It was just somewhere I needed to put the stone. I haven't got to produce the lime just yet, so we'll see how we go financially with this seed situation. I need to keep some of that seed back. I think what I'm going to do as well, I'm going to get a fairly small, I say small seeder, well yeah, fairly small one. There's a John Deere option that I used a few times, but there's a case version of it now. Who was that by? ARM team? We'll have a look. So that I need to go back. I need to bring over the mulcher and the plough needs to come back to the farm, but for now I need to get down and let's sort this seed situation out. And we'll give some more thought to that stone thing. I'm not going to take that stone picker back yet because I don't know if this potentially is a viable idea. I'm just thinking how much money would I need to borrow. Quite a lot. Some of these big fields, they cost a lot of money. Of course they do, they're big fields. Okay, let's get this loaded. Full load of this. It's at 15,000 odd. Stop the engine there. Like I say, I could just refill directly from the trailer, but forklifts here. Even if I only do it once this way, at least I'm doing it. Dropped one straight down next to it. Brilliant. That's the 2000 that. Back a bit. Is that as high as that can't be as high as that goes. Is it really? Well, that's not going to work, is it? Nope. Well, I suppose I should be loading this onto a flatbed, maybe. Should I get a bale trailer and load the bags on separate? I suppose that's what this is for, isn't it? Yeah, flatbed. Oh, you know what, I'll just have to do it the way I was going to. Let's jump in there. Yeah, why didn't I think of that? Yeah, just get a little. I could get a bale trailer. That would work. Should I do that? This just feels a bit disingenuous, but I suppose at the end of the day you can refill any way you want, can't you? Can I do it from there? Oh no. Probably could, but nope. Oh, okay. Okay, I'll take that. Can't see where I'm going now, but you know. Something has gone horribly wrong. I thought what I would do is push the bags up to make it a little bit easier if I'm going to use the forklift to have them all pushed up close to each other. So I pushed the first load up and a whole another load spawned. It's turned off. It's not running, and the 2208 is still saying 2208. We had 20 bags that were sat there. Where are all these other bags coming from? Look, I push these up again. Watch it not do it this time. I am going to get absolutely annihilated, aren't I? How did it only take 1,000 from me and then do this? There's got to be something wrong with it, surely. This is not normal. I mean, kind of the excitable part of me, the mod reviewer, would be like, whoa, this is a game changer, this is insane. You're paying next to nothing for it and you're getting all of this. But I don't know, it's too good to be true, isn't it? I don't know what's happening. Oh man alive, okay, well, as that stands, yeah, I'm going to make a fortune, but what's going to be the knock-on effect of that? I need to keep some of it back because I'm going to need some for my seeder, but what I'll do is clear what I can, and I'm just going to see if this keeps just restocking, and I don't know why it keeps restocking. And it's not like they're even fake bags, it's not like they're, because I've already loaded some in. Like they're just placeholders to show that look, this is where the production's going on. There's got to be 40 plus bags there now. I'm heading down to Brenda's with the first full load. I'm gonna do another load, and I'm going to try and clear what's there. At some point it's got to clear. Like I say, it was only running for a few minutes. I don't understand how there can be so much there, unless there's a problem with it, in which case then this becomes a bit what started out as a potential business plan, and then a kind of, oh, I wonder if this is going to work, to, oh no, I'm going to get clobbered, so all of a sudden, hang on a minute, something's not right here. Let's sell this here through Brenda, see what one full load gets us, because if it turns out it's yeah, something's off, then I'll knock it on the head, and it will literally just be used for seeders. I can't justify this if it keeps doing this, unless of course when we go into October 2 I get charged 100 grand, you know. If I do, then maybe this is the way we need to do it, I don't know. Okay, so we just made 25 grand and then 925 in environmental score reward for selling just over 15,000 litres. Another load will put us back to where we were before we bought the building. So yeah, I mean, I don't know, like I say, what I'll probably try and do, I'll try and sell it all. If it just keeps restocking, I'll do another load until we get back to where we were, which is 125, because if I then have to say, look, you know what, it's not working, I'll knock it on the head, I'm no worse off than I was when we started, and then we'll go through into October 2, not in this episode, but like I say, probably the next episode, and we'll see if we get clobbered overnight. If we get clobbered overnight, then I might have to come back and sell everything that's there to get back to where we were. It's definitely all turned off, so there's nothing else happening with it. I mean, it could just be one of those, you know, an eternal money spinner, but I'm not sure at the moment. What we will do though is buy the seeder. I'm going to do the seeding in the next episode, I think. I need to have a lie down. Yeah, we'll do the seeding, we'll do our nitrogen, and we'll do our pH in the next one. I'll get myself a little tank, water tank. We'll get some water and we'll sort out that lime production. That's a good time. Okay, we've gone past the hour again. It charged me another 1,000. I've sold 2 loads and it took me up to about 125 grand, and then I bought the seed that I was talking about getting. So this is the case 5100, 5.2 metres wide I think it is. I'm going to take that over to our seed production and fill up with seed. But like I said, next episode I'll do the seeding, we'll do the pH, we'll do the nitrogen. Oh, that's the point. While I'm here, you know what I will do? I'll grab the whichever one. I know I always, that seed is just, that's a starting out one. It costs 6 grand, cheap as chips, 5.2 meters, and then as we build up our equipment, as we get bigger fields, my tractor will pull a much bigger seeder, no problem at all. But my fields aren't big enough. I can't justify it at the moment, but we will kind of work our way up. As far as these go, we're in the same sort of situation really. I haven't got the one that I often pick, the one that's 10,000 litre for about 3.5 grand. In all honesty, I might as well just go with, that always amazes me, that 7,300 litres, 8,000 litres, the big difference in price between those two. And a bit of a drop down to that one. Oh, actually, you know what? I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to have a look about and see what we can find. See if we can find a different tanker. And I'll take the water over for doing the line production in the next episode as well. So yeah, we're just going to top this up now. I've been reading through the owner's manual for the factory. The factory that I've purchased, I've looked at the owner's manual. And the weird thing about this is, I'm wondering if it's a clash with something else I've got, potentially. Because it says the production pallet buy points function like a normal production, but instead of requiring an input, they have a high operating cost to simulate buying pallets, which is what I said already. We kind of know that. Simply enable the production until it spawns the number of pallets you want. Well, it didn't. It did 20. Well, I thought it did 20. It's done way more. And every time I take any, it just keeps respawning more pallets. Well, not pallets, bags. And then this says pallets. I'm getting bags. So it says the money will come out of your account at the end of the hour, depending on how much product you have purchased. So I've just taken 2 full loads of 15,000 litres. So I thought, okay, maybe it's just going to keep regenerating bags, but it'll only charge you for what you take. But I've taken over 30,000 litres, and on the hour it only took another 1,000. So it says keep in mind only 4 pallets will spawn, and then it says you can use this facility to turn bulk product back into pallet form if you want to. So yeah, I'm not sure. It's referring to pallets. It's saying it only charges you for what you produce, but you'll see when we go back in there. I've got another 15,000 litres there. I've pre-loaded that trailer just in case when we move over into October 2 I get clobbered for like 100 grand or something, in which case I don't know what I'm going to do, because these just keep, look, these ones are still pushed up at the back, but the rest of them, every time I take one, another one spawns, take one, another one spawns. And as far as I can tell, if we go to our production, which is there, it's still turned off. On the right hand side it's still saying 2,208 litres. So unless that's what I can get out of that spout, which that doesn't make sense either. I don't know. Yeah, all a bit weird. Anyway, so I'm going to fill this up, and I better get through the door with that. If not, I suppose I can do it from the, I don't think I will I? It's too wide yet. What I'll do is I'll go up the other end. I can either do it from this trailer, but I'll use the forklift. We'll fill that up. So that's where I'm going to leave it, into the afternoon of October 1. Like I say, next episode we'll get on with the we'll get our grass put in. I'm going to change that now to grass because I'm going to forget, and I'll start putting the wrong crop in the ground. There we go. We did our soil sampling, or paid for our soil samples in the last episode, so that's good. Open cover. That should be right for seed, and then the second one I think is fertiliser. Yeah, I hope you've enjoyed it. Whether if you're as baffled as I am, I'm sure most people will already know what's going on, and we'll leave it in the comments. If you have enjoyed it, please give us a like. If you don't subscribe yet, please do. If you want to leave a comment, feel free, and if you want to share this video, then please be my guest. Whatever you should choose to do. Thanks for watching.